wish I knew everything I wish I do. Maybe you wish it too. Let me make your wish come true. True, you on my mind. Don't waste. Hello, Virgo and Grand Rising. Welcome to your weekly message. This is going to be a message, Virgo, about your coins, about your pentacles, about your money, honey, period. So we're going to be talking about what is stopping the flow of your money, Virgo. What is keeping your money from flowing the way that you would like, at the speed or the pace that you would like what's blocking that, what's slowing that down. So this is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house, meaning that you would be a Leo rising. So if you have Virgo in your second house, this could be a message for you. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house, what is stopping your money from flowing? What's stopping your money from flowing into your experience for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house? What is slowing down your money? What's keeping you from your money? What is blocking your money? Let's see. What is blocking Virgo's money from flowing? We got perseverance. We have love. Oh, Virgo. I feel like there's a need for you to not give up on something that you love or something you feel connected to. Virgo. Oh, what's blocking their money from flowing? What is blocking their money from flowing? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house. One more time. If nothing comes out, I'll take those two. What's blocking Virgo's money from flowing? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, and Virgo in the second house. We have love, partnership. Okay, so Virgo, I feel like your money is tied to you being in some type of romantic partnership, but this could be a loving partnership with yourself also, Virgo, is what I'm getting. At the back, we have rebirth. So Virgo, you're going through a transformation time. Welcome to Scorpio season, right? Like, it's happening. It's here. And I feel like, look, karmic completion, it's allowing you to change because you're wrapping up some type of karmic cycles. A karmic cycle is the cycle that teaches you something. Look, teaching and learning. What did I just say? It's literally teaching you something. And I feel like as a result, some of you guys also because the question was what's blocking or stopping the flow of your money. So clearly you're going through a transformation right now. So your money's not going to flow quite the way that you wanted to at this time because you have some changes that you are going through on a very internal level, on a very deep level. But these changes are good. They're going to help you to become more expansive, more experienced. They're going to help you master some part of yourself as you learn things. You're going to be able to even teach about them in the future, right? Some of you guys could be have teachers in you, like you could be a teacher of sorts. But domestic harmony seems to be also a factor. So I feel like having balance in your home, having a clear home space, having a clean home space, it really does serve you well to have really good positive energy flowing through your home. Virgos, you could be working from home because I see with a lot of the energies I'm pulling this week, a lot of people are working from home, and like having good energy, supportive energy flowing through your home space is contributing to your money flowing as well. We have perseverance coming out. So Virgo, I feel like there's a need for you to not give up on something that is really important to you, right? You are working on something. Maybe it's a project. Maybe it is a new business idea, whatever this is. I feel like there's a need for you to keep going, right? Like if you want your money to flow, this is going to bring this to you, right? Whatever this is that you found for yourself, that you discovered for yourself, there's a need for you to persevere because I see it's green on green. Like if you look, some of these cards are like two different colors in one. So it tells you, to me, it symbolizes the incorporation of multiple chakras. This is green on green, which is like straight heart chakra. You are connected to something that is really tied to I'm getting like your soul's purpose. Some of you guys are really connected to something that fills you up. It's something you're really passionate about, something that makes your heart feel good. And that's what you need to keep doing because that is going to help a massive amount of abundance flow, right? You manifest through your heart chakra. Money is green, right? Like look at this, like look at the symbology here. So when your heart chakra is open and it's receptive and the energy can flow in a very healthy way, then best believe your money can also replicate that same pattern, right? But you have to keep going with whatever this is that you're doing, because I feel like for you guys, this is something that you love, right? I feel like you tapped into something that you love, but I feel like love is also important. I feel like love for self, love for others is going to help your money flow. I feel like you need to love yourself more, Virgo, right? Loving partnership, it also gave me, again, your relationship with yourself. How do you love yourself? Virgo, like your money seems to be tied to your sense of worth, is what I'm getting, right? And I feel like that's what's changing. Some of you guys are increasing your sense of worth right now. Some of you guys are working on your self-worth, your value, what you feel like you can offer to the world, right? And I feel like there's a need for you to keep going with what you're doing because it gives you a sense of worth, because it's connected to what you're meant to be doing. Does that make sense? Right? Like, it's helping you also get into this loving energy with yourself, which is also helping to create a loving partnership between you and your higher self, you and source, right? Like, I feel high vibrational energies coming from this. However, there's a need for you to understand that if you do not fall in alignment with this energy, that could be a reason why your money is not falling into alignment with what you want, right? Having a lot of love for yourself, having a very clear relationship and a very strong relationship to yourself is important. Right, so let's keep going. Let's get some Moonology on the table for the Virgos, and let's see what the energies are. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house. What is the energy? What is stopping or blocking Virgo's money from flowing, their abundance from flowing, their financial abundance from flowing into their experience? What is slowing that down? What's hindering that? What is impacting that? What do they need to know? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, Virgo in the second house. Look what just came out. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Didn't I just say it's like your money is tied to your sense of self-worth, Virgo? And it's like you're needing, I knew that card was going to come out. I knew that card was going to come out. That is powerful. Your money is tied to your self-worth, Virgo. Your money is tied to your self-worth. You need to believe that you are good enough. And some of you guys want to give up on something because you feel like you're not the best at what you're doing, or you feel like it's not, maybe what you're meant to be doing. There's a need for you. And look, we have green, heart chakra. I'm telling you, persevere, because you are good enough to get this done. Whatever you're working on, it's meant to work for you, but you just have to keep going. You have to believe in yourself, Virgo. Wow, what else do we have? Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So there's a new cycle starting for you guys, Virgo, and it's going to require you to get into some serious like self connection, right? Meditation and contemplation is really spending time with self. Meditation is when you meditate with you and you connect with source's energy, right? I was talking about that loving partnership between you, your higher self, between you and source, right? Contemplation is when you think to yourself, is thinking things over. When you contemplate something, you're giving something energy, thought form wise, right? So I feel like you're needing to take time to yourself, to spend time in meditation, to spend time in contemplation, but that's really serving as think of it as a channel or a meridian or a conduit for energy to flow from you and your higher self, right? Like, you're needing to connect more with your higher self. You're needing to connect more with your love for yourself. You're needing to connect more with your self-worth and your self-value. Wow. At the back, we have surrender to the divine. So this is what I'm saying. Some of you guys are needing to connect with the divine. Surrendering to the divine, I feel like, is surrendering, all of the judgment you may carry about yourself, because this is what I'm getting. Virgos, you tend to be very critical of yourself. You tend to be very hard on yourself. And that's because, Virgo, you guys represent like that standard of perfection, at least to yourself, or in your own eyes you do. And there's a need here for you on a personal level to know that you are perfect in your own divinity and your own divine right. Like, you already are what you need to be. You already are good enough. There's no standard you have to meet in order to feel worthy. Contrary to what you may be believing, your money is literally tied to how you feel about yourself, right? And it's tied to how strong your connection is to yourself, because the stronger your connection is to your higher self, the stronger your connection is to God, the more money can flow from God to you. Literally, like in that order. Wow, let's see, what's next? They're bringing me to the astrology deck. Black Moon Astrology. So let's see what cards we're going to get for you guys. What is impacting Virgo's money right now? What astrology elements are at play for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Jupiter, and Virgo in the second house. What astrology elements are at play for Virgo and the flow of their money? What is stopping or blocking or slowing down the flow of Virgo's money? What is stopping or blocking or slowing down the flow of Virgo's money? We have Leo, I will. So there has to be a determination, perseverance, Virgo. Like, you have to be willing to actually get it done, to keep following the path, to stay the course. Air element, communication, and Grand Cross, provoker. Ooh. So Virgo, I feel like with that Grand Cross Provoker, I literally get triggers. I get triggers from that. I feel like triggers right now are also being brought to the surface for you because you're going through a death and rebirth process. The triggers have to come up for you so that you can complete your karmic lessons, your karmic cycles, right? We are knee deep in Scorpio season. So it is literally trigger city for many people, not just Virgos. But I feel like Virgos, you guys are dealing with triggers around your self-worth, around your sense of value, right? And it's impeding or impacting your desire to continue or to persevere with something, right? Some of you guys are dealing with triggers that make you want to give up because you don't feel worthy. You don't feel like you're worth something, right? Some of you guys also, with this air element of communication, how do you speak about yourself? There's a need for you to communicate to yourself in a very loving way, for you to think loving thoughts, because air element is not just about communication. Air element is also about how you think, right? The airy intellect. And so I feel like how you think about yourself, how you speak about yourself, it does play a role in how you get your money. Do you speak love on your money? Do you speak love on yourself? Literally. With Grand Cross Provoker, like I'm feeling with this energy here, like it's been trigger century. Like this just gives me dark scorpionic energy just looking at the what do you call that? Just looking at the imagery alone, like I just get really dark vibes. And I feel like some of you guys have been dragged into some dark places emotionally lately, but that's meant to help you learn some lessons, right? Teaching and learning. It's meant to teach you about yourself, actually. So your money is tied to the lessons you're willing to learn in order to feel more worthy, in order to feel more self-assured, in order to know that you are the ish, Virgo, period. Right? Like you guys have what it takes to get it done, but you just have to use your willpower to persevere, right? You have to speak love and think love into your life. You have to allow these, and some of you guys, look at this, Grand Cross Provoker came right under love partnership. Some of you guys are being provoked. Some of you guys are being triggered by a loving partnership. Right now, let me tell you this. Your love relationships often reflect your wounds. So if you have a wound of self-worth, there could be triggers in a love or romantic partnership that bring that to the surface for you. That's all tied and relevant to how your money is going to flow, because it's up to you now to master that karmic cycle. It's being brought up to you now because now's the time for you to complete this so you can get into that abundant mindset, right? Where you think and speak love onto your money and onto yourself. Virgos, we got some energies flowing, honey. We got some energies flowing. Let me move some of these over so we can get more room on the table. And let's see. So Virgos, like this is really getting crazy and I'm ready. Like, what should we use next? Let's go. They're bringing my energy and my attention to the Rebel deck. So we're going to use that, Virgo. Let's get in tune for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house. What does Virgo need to know, be aware of about what is stopping the flow of their money? What does Virgo need to know and be aware of about what is stopping the flow of their money? We have fear. It will lie to your face. Ooh, so Virgo, there's a fear here that you are not good enough, right? Like your wounds kind of bring up like this fear of not feeling good enough to succeed, feeling not feeling good enough to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish, right? But it's all purposeful, Virgo. Like that is your ego being triggered. That is the Grand Cross Provoker. Like literally you're being triggered into self-love. You're being triggered into healing. But fear has to come to the surface because that is something that you are dealing with. So let's see. For Virgo, wow. We're going to do it. Lightning bolt, which gives me like tower energy. And it says, figure ish out on your own. So some of you guys have been trying to get like advice from people. You've been trying to figure out what you need to do for yourself, you know, but that's all coming from the sense that you don't feel like you're good enough to even give yourself good advice. Literally. Virgo, I feel like you are needing to trust yourself more. You're needing to love yourself more. You're needing to realize who you are, what you mean to not just yourself, but to God. That's the only opinion you should care about, right? Like what God thinks of you. And God is always going to think the most of you because you are an extension of him or / it, right? Because God does not justify itself by gender. We got a couple energies here. We have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat an effing taco. Virgo, it's so funny. Virgo sun here and I'm having Taco Friday night today. So I guess this was for me. But literally, Virgo, like I feel like caring for yourself, right? Treating yourself well, making sure you're eating properly and you're feeding yourself, right? Even eating foods that you enjoy can be acts of self-love because you deserve it, right? Like why not? Like why not, Virgo? Then we have stop sleeping so damn much. You wake up, you're missing some cool ish. So Virgo, like you're needing to wake up and smell the roses, honey bun. Like there are some things waiting for you. And I feel like some of you guys right now are in this energy where you don't want to do anything. You don't have much willpower. You want to sleep in. You want to relax more because you don't truly believe that. Like, okay, Virgo, look at this. Whatever you've been putting energy into, business wise, effort wise, if you knew for a fact that you could guarantee, like it was guaranteed for you to succeed, would you still be sleeping so much? Right? Like, would you still not be believing in yourself? Would you still not know that you're good enough? If you knew for a fact, if you had a time machine and you could jump into the future and see your success, if you were to persevere, if you were to keep going, would you still not have the faith in yourself? It's like Virgos are so critical that you need results physically to be able to believe that something is possible. But that's what faith is, believing in the impossible, right? Because the impossible can become possible if you have enough faith. Virgo, then we have laugh. Where the F is your sense of humor. So I feel like Virgo, you're losing yourself, honey. It's like your money is really tied to your connection to yourself. You're meant to be laughing. You're meant to be eating good food. You're meant to wake up and smell the roses, right? Then we have stop obsessing. You are not the effing center of the universe. So Virgo, I feel like you've been making things about you. You've been in your mind. Fear will cause you to obsess and think that everything is out to get you, right? When nothing is really out to get you, you're kind of just out to get yourself. And that's me being very real, very honest. And I love you guys. But I'm just saying, like, for the Virgos I'm tapping into, there needs to be more self-love. There needs to be a stronger connection to yourself, literally. Like, you need to persevere with that. Persevere with forming a deeper connection to yourself and to God. Bottom of the deck, get the F outside and move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. So you've been neglecting yourself, Virgo. Like, this is what I'm saying. Some of you guys, your money is tied to the fact that you don't put enough energy into yourself. Wow. So let's get some tarot on the table. I don't even know where to move these. We're just going to throw the tarot right on top because we got cards coming out for the Virgos. Wow. But literally, like, you guys are not putting energy into yourself because you don't, like, think about it this way. If you knew how valuable you were or you are, you'd give yourself the most attention, right? You would give yourself more attention than you give anything or anybody else because you know who you are. You know how valuable you are. You don't feel the urge to do that because you don't truly believe in your worth. You don't truly believe in your ability to be something or to achieve the success that you actually want. You don't really have the willpower to get that done. I'm seeing like there's a lack of drive, a lack of ambition or determination. And that needs to change. If you want your money to flow, that's what has to be adjusted. So let's see. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, what is slowing down Virgo's money? What is stopping the flow or blocking the flow of Virgo's money? Page of Pentacles. Okay. What is stopping or blocking the flow of Virgo's money? What do they need to be aware of? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house, or Leo Rising. Justice. Four of Wands in reverse. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I love this depiction of the Knight of Pentacles. I've never seen this before. Like, I'm sure I pulled this card, but I'm looking at this depiction and this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's literally like a little boy on a horse. Usually the knights are like I would say like grown-ish men, like maybe early 20s or something like that. But they're on a horse and they're about their business. This is like a little kid. Virgo, it gave me energy of like, you need to just be patient with yourself, right? Like, you're still learning. You're still growing, Virgo. It's okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, we got Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and Judgment. Wow. Back of the deck energy is the Page of Cups. So let's move these down and let's just... All right. So Virgo, the overall energy is the Page of Cups. And that right there tells me that If you want your money to flow, you need to follow your heart. But it also tells me that you need to get in tune with your heart space, because I feel like there's a need for you to open up. Look, that's what needs to change. That you need to open up your heart space to yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys are not really connected to your own emotions. You're not really connected to your own sense of self-worth, sense of self-value. Some of you guys are just now starting out to figure out how to get your emotions in balance, because you haven't really tackled that energy before, right? We have the Fool with the Three of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like you guys have this opportunity to make a change right now and to embrace something brand new that's going to lead you to a lot of happiness. And yes, it's going to require some work, but what I feel like the change is, Virgo, is that you're going from being somebody who maybe never followed their heart to actually taking that risk and seeing what can come from it, right? Like Virgo, I feel like you've been called many times to follow things that are for you, right? Things that would make you happy, but you didn't even love yourself enough to take the chance and go towards those things that make you happy. That's what I'm getting. And what I'm seeing here is that it's going to take work for you to resolve that kind of energy. We got horns blaring outside. I feel like we're on the money, Virgo, but it's going to take some work for you to resolve that energy. It's not that it can't be done. You're actually being given an opportunity, look, to justice, bring balance to your life. Four of Wands, because you've been imbalanced. It's in reverse. Four of Wands comes out in reverse because it's talking about your foundation being unsteady, unstable. You have an internal foundation that hasn't been built on anything solid. An internal foundation that's built on something solid is you knowing who you are. That's solid, right? When you know who you are, who can tell you anything? Who can say anything to you? Who can lead you one way or another? Nobody, because you know who you are. I feel like there's a need for you to bring balance to your internal foundation, to get that in order. And it's not to say that it's going to be a fast moving journey. It's going to be something that you have to be patient with yourself with, right? It's going to be something that you're going to realize as you are learning about yourself, as you're embracing yourself, right? And this is all tied to your money. Your money is tied to you becoming, again, deep, like once you become in a, what am I trying to say? Let me get the words right. Once you deepen the connection you have with yourself, money comes in. It really does. However, it's not to say as you're going through this journey, you won't face obstacles and challenges, right? These could be triggers that come up for you, especially concerning your self-worth. But you have to keep going. You have to persevere, right? The triggers might cause you to feel Five of Pentacles, like a victim of your circumstances, but there's a call being issued with judgment. Are you going to allow those circumstances to define you, or are you going to allow who you know you are on the inside to define you? Because that is the difference. This is somebody who has no money. Literally, Five of Pentacles is money problems. You're being called to come out of this energy because you can. Literally, Virgo. And you come out of this energy by realizing that things are not happening to you. They're happening for you. You are not a victim. You are worthy and you are lovable. Wow, Virgo. This is crazy. So let's get some advice for you guys. We're going to wrap this up. For Virgos, what do they need to know in order to manifest? What is the advice for Virgo? What do they need to know? How can they get their money rolling? How can they get their money flowing? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house. How can they, guys, these cards are like all over the place. How can they get their money rolling and flowing? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house. How can they get their money rolling and flowing? That is way too many. How can they get their money rolling and flowing? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house. All right. We're going to go with the first one that flipped. Take the next step. We have, I'm going to read it because I just feel to in this moment. Daily steps towards your dream, manageable goals, mentorship, doors opening, success. So that's literally the Knight of Pentacles. It's a day-by-day process. It's a step-by-step process, but it's the next step, right? And then you find out what the next step is and you take that one. It's manageable goals. Don't set, Virgos, the thing with you guys, with us, I'm going to say, we tend to be overachievers because we have such a high standard of what we call perfection. So oftentimes the goals we set for ourselves seem unmanageable because our standards are so high. We take on more work than maybe we need to because we want to just achieve the most that we can. You are guaranteed success. Doors are meant to open for you, but try making your plans in more manageable steps, right? doing daily things to achieve what you want instead of trying to achieve a lifetime of success in a short period of time, right? Because you have your whole life to be successful. Take it step by step and day by day. Literally, like, this is advice. So let's see. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node, and Virgo in the second house. We have surprise in a way that you wouldn't expect, a gift from the universe, intense, twist of fate, eclipse news. So Virgo, there is an eclipse happening around the 19th of this month, a moon eclipse. I don't know if it's a full moon eclipse or a new moon eclipse, but it's an eclipse happening. And I feel like that's going to be a time where you realize that things are just working out for you. You may be pleasantly surprised around that time. I keep getting energies for not just Virgos, but a lot of people, that this new moon eclipse or full moon eclipse, whatever it's going to be, is going to be so powerful for everybody. So long as they accept the energy, they do what they got to do, they persevere, they keep going. That energy is going to be so accessible and so powerful for people to be able to tap into. And so let's get one more. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node. I'll take this one. How to manifest. Yeah, that one was facing me earlier. So I feel like, hold on, guys. I feel like they want to give you guys the breakdown on how to manifest. At the back, we have happiness. So I'm going to read both. Let's see. How to manifest says, state the thought, I am/I have, believe feeling that you have it, take inspired action, know that it's done, have fun, align, and then receive. That is literally the step-by-step process on how to manifest. So get in alignment with that, Virgo. Let's read it again for the Virgos in the back that didn't quite hear me the first time. State the thought, I am/I have. Believe, meaning you have to believe that it's yours. You have to believe that it's done. You have to believe that it's for you, right? Feel that you have it. Put yourself in the emotional state as if it has already happened. Play imagination, play pretend. Act like this thing really happened. You won a Grammy. Oh my God, I can't believe I won a Grammy. You can actually start crying. Like, get yourself in the feeling of actually being there, right? Inspired action. You're going to feel so inspired to do certain things that things will just start to flow for you. When you know that it's done, you're able to have fun with it. You get into a better alignment, and then boom, you receive, Virgo. And that's literally how easy it is. Like, that is the step-by-step process. That's the guidebook on how to receive, how to manifest, how to get into that alignment. And your overall energy for your advice, Virgo, is happiness. Combine talent with passion. Didn't I tell you guys, I could tell there's something that you are connected with. It really makes your heart sing. It's something that you're doing, and it's something you're really good at, but you might not even believe that you're the best at what you do, or that you're really good at what you do. Again, not valuing yourself, not knowing that you're good enough, right? But it says, live your dreams, helping others, gratitude journal, self-love. That love came out. I'm telling you guys, self-love, like, this is, if you want to manifest, Virgo, I'm gonna read this again because this is it. Happiness. Remaining happy. That is a very high vibration. That is a super high frequency. That is how you get your money to flow. Be happy, right? Combine talent with passions. You guys got the talent. You got the gift, honey. You got something going on, and it's passionate. It's something you feel so inspired by. Combining those two, you're like a money magnet. It says live your dreams. That, to me, Virgo, I feel like you guys have a dream that you don't believe you can achieve, but it's yours. It is yours for the taking. Helping others, gratitude journal, self-love. Come on, Virgo. Come on, Virgo. You guys know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. I'm going to leave this right here for you guys because this was super powerful. Super, super, super powerful. If you vibed with this, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, Virgo. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's keep this beautiful channel and family growing, glowing, and going. Until next time, Virgo, I love you guys so much. And that's it.